And Dusty, we trust you. That was the slogan there for the Astros. Notable Astros option decline, by the way. Trey Mancini, the team declining a $10 million mutual option, really struggled offensively, hit 176, a 622 OPS in 51 games with Houston. And Will Smith, the team declined a $13 million club option for the 2023 season, had a 3.27 ERA, 1.23 whip, but just 22 innings with Houston. So, but we talk more about Dusty, and you know, if Halloween was right around the corner, you'd have Astros fans dressing up like Dusty, the cat burglar gloves and the toothpick, but
and the wristband.
Yeah, exactly. But at 73 years of age, there was some thought, hey, maybe he'd retire, ride off for the sunset. Hey, Silver and City wants to come back. You surprised by that decision?
I'm not surprised at all. Dusty Baker loves being on the ballpark. He loves coming to the ballpark. He loves managing people. And I'm glad to see that they were able to get this done. I said this the other day. For me, what Dusty Baker has done for the Astros and what he means to Major League Baseball, and I know Dusty probably wouldn't want this, but for me, whenever he decides that it's going to be his last season, I want it announced before the season starts. And I want Dusty Baker to be celebrated every stop along the way because he is that big of an ambassador for our game. And I'm glad to see that he was able to finally get the chip. To me, he was a Hall of Famer before he even went to Houston. This is the cherry on top.
Yeah, and you know what? He had to put out a couple of fires. When you think about it, Vasquez, catcher, gets traded over at the deadline, who was an everyday player with the Red Sox, is a free agent to be, so he's going to come over to the Astros. Now his playing time is going to be diminished because Maldonado does the brunt of the catching. Then they acquire Will Smith, who got the final out for the Braves last year in the 2021 World Series. He gets part of that bullpen, left off the roster against the Yankees. You know, part of the roster, the World Series roster, didn't pitch in any of the games. So you had two guys that they acquired that, you know, you're kind of having to massage some egos. But I will say this, from being at every one of the games and having the luxury every day to have a 15-minute managers meeting with both managers, there was a quiet calm around Dusty Baker. Games 1 through 5, he was cracking jokes. Game 6, when we went in to have the managers meeting, it was a much more serious Dusty. Yeah. He was working that toothpick, and I mean, he wasn't so much telling jokes because he had some rough goes in Game 6s in his past. And I just felt like when Jordan hit that ball over the center field batter's eye, it was over. And I think the coolest part was the reaction afterwards of all of the members of the team in the dugout just mauling Dusty. Yeah. He's trying to write down the last out, and all of a sudden he's got the toothpick going. Guys are jumping all over him. Wristbands are flying all over the place. It was a great celebration.
Real quick, Astros heavy favorites to repeat the 2023?
They have to be. When you look at their roster is built for the long haul. There's no telling what's going to happen with Justin Verlander, but with the pitching depth that they have and the core pieces that they have offensively, to me, they're the odds-on favor to win it all again next year.
Heads down. The Mariners have about 10 games they need to make up, and those 10 games are not easy to make up.